Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise were once the talk of Hollywood, their love story unfolding like a fairy tale. But beneath the glamour lay a tangle of secrets linked to Scientology. Years after their sudden split, Katie finally speaks out, shedding light on their whirlwind romance. Let's uncover the story that captured the world's attention and the hidden truths behind it. The whirlwind romance of Tomcat. Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise's love story unfolded like a Hollywood dream, beginning in April 2005 when they publicly revealed their relationship during a trip to Rome, Italy. At the time, 26-year-old Holmes had recently ended her engagement to actor Chris Klein and found herself swept off her feet by Cruise, her childhood crush, who was 16 years older. Just days after their Italian outing, the couple made their public debut at the David Di Donatello Awards, sparking media frenzy and earning the nickname Tomcat. Holmes later confessed, "When I met Tom, I was completely in love. He's Tom Cruise." Their romance quickly became headline news, fueled by Cruise's now infamous May 2005 appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show. His dramatic couch-jumping moment declared his love for Katie to the world, while Holmes joined him on stage, saying, "I'm glad I was a big dreamer." By June 2005, their whirlwind relationship reached new heights when Cruise proposed to Holmes at the top of the Eiffel Tower, calling it a magnificent day. That same evening, Katie showed off her stunning engagement ring at the War of the Worlds premiere in New York City, further cementing their status as Hollywood's golden couple. Throughout 2005, the pair dominated every red carpet event, from the Batman Begins premiere in June to countless other public appearances. Known for their extravagant kisses and choreographed photo ops, their love story seemed larger than life. However, whispers of doubt began to swirl, with critics questioning the speed of their relationship and its almost too perfect presentation. While fans were enthralled by their romance, some wondered if the fairy tale had hidden layers yet to be uncovered. Do you think their whirlwind romance was genuine, or was it too good to be true? Share your thoughts below. Tomcat, a love story or Hollywood's greatest act? Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise's high-profile romance had all the makings of a Hollywood blockbuster, but behind the glitz, rumors swirled that their love was more of a carefully crafted performance than a genuine connection. With both stars promoting major films, Cruise's War of the Worlds and Holmes's Batman Begins, critics questioned the timing and the spectacle of their relationship. From extravagant public displays of affection to meticulously planned photo ops, skeptics saw their whirlwind romance as a publicity stunt aimed at keeping the spotlight firmly on them. Even Steven Spielberg, Cruise's War of the Worlds director, reportedly grew irritated by how the couple's relationship overshadowed the film's release. Yet Cruise remained undeterred, declaring, "Something magnificent has happened to me, and I'm so happy I can't restrain myself." Holmes, meanwhile, was navigating the complex world of Scientology, embracing its practices and speaking positively about her early experiences. Her sudden immersion in Cruise's controversial faith raised eyebrows, with many wondering whether this was genuine enthusiasm or another layer of influence in their highly scrutinized relationship. The silent birth of Suri. In June, Cruise proposed, and just a few months later, the two announced they were expecting their first child. Holmes's pregnancy was officially revealed in October, sparking media frenzy. Cruise, ever the devoted partner, reportedly purchased a sonogram machine to personally monitor their baby's development, an unusual move that drew criticism from medical professionals who warned against non-professional use. On April 18, 2006, Holmes gave birth to their daughter, Suri. However, the delivery was anything but typical. Due to Scientology practices, Holmes was expected to deliver in complete silence, a belief rooted in the idea that words or noises during birth could harm both the mother and the baby. Despite this unconventional request, Holmes successfully gave birth to a healthy baby girl, marking a pivotal moment for the couple. While the birth of Suri was celebrated, Holmes and Cruise kept her out of the public eye for months. The world finally caught its first glimpse of their daughter when the family appeared on the cover of Vanity Fair. Reflecting on her first moments with Suri, Holmes shared, "The moment the doctor handed me Suri, I was just ready. The feeling is indescribable. This heartwarming reveal cemented their image as the perfect family, at least in the public's eye." Katie, Tom, and the Strain of Scientology. To the world, Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise seemed to have a fairy tale romance, but behind the glamour, cracks in their relationship began to show. Much of the tension stemmed from Cruise's unwavering commitment to Scientology. Holmes, raised in a devout Catholic family, quickly found her life revolving around the church's practices, from silent births to its rigid customs. This dramatic shift raised eyebrows, especially from her parents, Martin and Kathleen Holmes, who were deeply uneasy about her immersion in Scientology. Holmes's parents had serious reservations about her relationship with Cruise. They were disheartened by their daughter's departure from Catholicism, a faith they held dear, and skeptical of her new path. When the couple's extravagant wedding was set for November 2006 at Italy's Odescalchi Castle, rumors swirled that the Holmes family might skip the event entirely due to their disapproval. Despite their discomfort, Martin and Kathleen attended the rehearsal dinner, hosted at the stunning 17th century Villa Aurelia. During his speech, Martin softened his stance, saying, "It didn't take much time before I realized this Tom guy was a special guy," acknowledging Cruise's love for his daughter. However, the wedding itself was not without drama. Guests described a bizarre atmosphere, with Holmes keeping everyone waiting for an extended period, even Cruise, who stood smiling at the altar as time dragged on. If this story has you hooked, make sure to like the video and share it with your friends who love Hollywood drama. A marriage of glamour and control, Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise's wedding was the epitome of Hollywood grandeur. Held in November 2006, the celebration dazzled with Holmes donning custom Giorgio Armani gowns and a guest list featuring stars like Victoria and David Beckham, Jennifer Lopez, and Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. Cruise's unconventional Scientology-inspired vows included promises of everyday comforts, like a comb, a cat, and food, symbolizing his commitment to her happiness. While the lavish affair felt magical on the surface, whispers of unease lingered, with one guest describing the night as surreal, almost too extravagant to grasp. Beneath the glitz and glamour, their marriage faced mounting scrutiny. Cruise's deep ties to Scientology reportedly influenced aspects of their life together, leading to rumors of control over Holmes's career. Tabloids speculated that Cruise steered her away from roles that clashed with Scientology's values, and observers noted a marked decline in Holmes's film projects during their marriage. While both denied claims of controlling behavior, her shift away from Hollywood during this period was hard to ignore. Critics began to question whether Holmes had sacrificed her career ambitions to align with Cruise's world. Marriage agreement. Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise's marriage was as intriguing behind the scenes as it was dazzling in public. What truly caught attention was the prenup crafted by Holmes's father, a lawyer. While details were never officially confirmed, reports suggested the agreement was incredibly thorough, allegedly spanning 5 bankers' boxes. Speculation swirled that Holmes's father may have drafted the terms with an exit strategy in mind, foreseeing potential challenges in the marriage. Rumors suggested that Holmes secured either a $50 million settlement or, alternatively, an annual $400,000 in child support for Suri, along with full coverage of her expenses. The strategic nature of the agreement allowed Holmes to exit the marriage without a prolonged legal fight, ensuring her daughter's future was well provided for. If true, it was a shrewd move, guaranteeing Holmes a substantial income until Suri reached adulthood. Despite this safety net, Holmes initially spoke fondly of her marriage, describing it as really fun in a 2010 interview with Marie Claire and expressing no rush to expand their family. However, as the honeymoon phase faded, the cracks became harder to ignore. Over time, whispers of Cruise's control over Holmes's life and career grew louder. Reports hinted at his influence on her professional choices, steering her away from roles that conflicted with Scientology's principles. While both parties denied these claims, the shift in Holmes's once thriving career was evident. Katie Holmes's escape from Tom Cruise. In 2012, Katie Holmes made a bold and unexpected move that sent shockwaves through Hollywood: the end of her 6-year marriage to Tom Cruise. While their union had appeared glamorous behind the scenes, cracks had long been forming. The split was anything but ordinary. Holmes filed for divorce abruptly, just days before Cruise's 50th birthday, reportedly leaving him blindsided. Reflecting on the separation, Cruise admitted, "I didn't expect it," revealing a mix of heartbreak and disbelief at how unexpected the move had been. For Holmes, the decision was driven by one priority: protecting her daughter, Suri. Her attorney underscored this, stating, "Katie's primary concern remains, as it always has been, her daughter's best interest." As Cruise grappled with the emotional fallout, his 2 older children from a previous marriage remained by his side. Meanwhile, Holmes appeared in New York shortly after filing, looking noticeably relieved, as if a significant burden had been lifted. The divorce's speed only added to the intrigue. Settled in just 11 days, an extraordinary feat for such a high-profile breakup. Holmes's father, a lawyer, played a pivotal role, securing terms that ensured a swift and private resolution, avoiding the messy public battles typical of celebrity divorces. While both parties requested privacy, the rapid and strategic nature of the split left many asking the same question: what drove Holmes to act so decisively? Many speculate the answer lies in her determination to prioritize her and Suri's freedom and future above all else. The reason behind the divorce. Katie Holmes's split from Tom Cruise. It was a strategic exit fueled by her discomfort with Scientology. Cruise, a prominent figure in the church, had long been associated with its controversial practices. Raised Catholic, Holmes reportedly struggled to reconcile her beliefs with Scientology's influence, particularly when it came to their daughter, Suri. Rumors swirled that Holmes feared how the church might affect Suri's upbringing, and during a deposition after their divorce, Cruise reluctantly admitted that Holmes's concern about protecting their daughter from Scientology was indeed a factor. Holmes made her intentions clear by requesting sole custody of Suri, signaling her desire to control her daughter's upbringing free from Scientology's reach. Jenna Miscavige Hill, a former Scientologist and niece of the church's leader, publicly supported Holmes, stating, "As a mother myself, I offer my support to Katie and wish her all the strength she will need to do what is best for her and her daughter." The extent of Holmes's planning revealed her determination to break free. Reports detailed secret meetings with lawyers, the use of burner phones, and carefully coordinated moves to ensure her departure was swift and decisive. In many ways, Holmes's actions resembled an escape rather than a traditional separation, showcasing her bravery in standing up for herself and her daughter. The split underscored the challenges of navigating life in the shadow of Scientology, while cementing Holmes's image as a mother willing to do whatever it took for her child's well-being. If this story has you intrigued, make sure to like and subscribe for more fascinating insights into Hollywood's biggest splits. The mystery in Cruise's marriage. One peculiar detail that caught attention was a pattern in Cruz's marriages. All three of his wives separated from him at the age of 33, fueling speculation about a connection to Scientology. While the truth behind this pattern remains uncertain, Holmes's exit strategy was crystal clear. She discreetly consulted 3 law firms across different states before filing, ensuring she had every angle covered. Her goal was simple: to end the marriage swiftly and quietly, avoiding public drama. Thanks to a well-structured prenuptial agreement, Holmes sidestepped drawn-out battles over alimony or custody, maintaining a dignified silence throughout the proceedings. While Holmes stayed composed, Cruz struggled to mask his shock. He described his post-divorce life as a tragic comedy, attempting to maintain his public image but clearly caught off guard. His deep connection to Scientology influenced every facet of their life together, including Holmes's career. During their marriage, her once promising roles dwindled as Cruz reportedly steered her away from projects that clashed with the church's values. Behind the scenes, Holmes's father was a pivotal force, meticulously planning her exit to secure sole custody of Suri and shield her from Scientology's reach. The divorce revealed more than just a broken marriage. It uncovered a narrative of control and resistance. Holmes's decision to leave was about more than protecting her daughter. It was about reclaiming her independence. In the years following, she rebuilt her life and career on her own terms, proving her determination to step out of Cruz's shadow and write her own story. Yet as Holmes moved forward, whispers of secrets from their marriage persisted, leaving many wondering what truths remained hidden behind closed doors. Katie Holmes's new chapter. After her split from Tom Cruise, Katie Holmes embraced a fresh start in New York City with her daughter, Suri. Friends noticed an immediate transformation. Holmes seemed happier, more open, and ready to explore a life entirely her own. Reflecting on her newfound independence, she told InStyle, "I feel like I can be more creative and have more time, have my voice." For the first time in years, she was free from the pressures and constraints of being Mrs. Cruz, focusing on her passions and building a life on her terms. Holmes kept a low profile, channeling her energy into her career and motherhood. She chose projects that resonated with her, building confidence in her creative choices. "It's sort of like just put your stuff out there and be yourself," she said, expressing her renewed sense of self. The shift wasn't just professional, it was deeply personal. Holmes admitted to feeling more at peace, caring less about others' opinions and more about living authentically. She started to embrace a life driven by her own desires, whether it was walking the streets of New York with a newfound smile or diving into creative ventures. Her personal life also saw quiet growth. Holmes entered a private romance with Jamie Foxx, managing to keep their relationship under wraps while respecting the terms of her divorce. Though she never introduced Foxx to Suri, their bond marked an important milestone. It was Holmes's first significant relationship since her marriage to Cruz. "I don't have any fear now," she told People in 2014. "I don't have a lot of rules for myself, and I don't take myself that seriously." This new outlook wasn't just about finding love again. It was about reclaiming her identity and thriving as an individual. With courage and grace, Holmes stepped into her next chapter, proving she was more than a high-profile ex. She was a woman in charge of her own story. Katie Holmes, A Mother's Resilience. Katie Holmes's journey post-divorce has not only been about reclaiming her identity, but also about ensuring her daughter, Suri, grows up in a loving and grounded environment. Holmes's quiet but determined actions reflect her commitment to shielding Suri from the chaos of her high-profile past. By moving to New York City, Holmes provided her daughter with a sense of normalcy, far from the glare of Hollywood and the shadow of Scientology. Holmes has been intentional about keeping Suri's life private. While Suri occasionally appears in candid photos alongside her mother, Holmes has largely kept her out of the media spotlight, prioritizing her daughter's well-being over public curiosity. Reports suggest that Holmes's efforts have paid off, with Suri thriving in her academics and extracurricular activities. Recently, Suri celebrated a significant milestone, graduating high school and preparing to attend Carnegie Mellon University, where she plans to pursue her passions in an environment free from her family's fame. Despite the challenges, Holmes has managed to balance her career with her role as a single mother. Her work on independent films and her ventures into directing showcase a woman determined to chart her own path while remaining a constant support for her daughter. Holmes's dedication to raising Suri away from the influence of Scientology and the pressures of her father's stardom is a testament to her strength and foresight. This chapter of Holmes's life is a story of resilience, love, and the pursuit of freedom for herself and for Suri. Together, they have built a life defined not by the challenges of the past, but by the hope and promise of the future. Holmes's quiet strength continues to inspire, showing that even in the face of immense challenges, a mother's love can pave the way for a brighter tomorrow. What part of Katie's story as a single mother resonates with you the most? Let's start a conversation in the comments. Tom Cruise's complex relationships with his children. While Tom Cruise is celebrated for his blockbuster films and daring stunts, his relationships with his children reveal a more nuanced side of the Hollywood star. Cruise has 3 children, Isabella, Bella, and Connor, whom he adopted with Nicole Kidman, and Suri, his daughter with Katie Holmes. Each relationship is unique, with varying levels of closeness and public attention. Bella, an artist known for her private nature, leads a quiet life away from the spotlight. She often shares her artwork on Instagram, but avoids discussing her personal relationships publicly. Bella remains involved in Scientology, a faith deeply tied to Cruise. In 2015, she married Max Parker in London, a ceremony neither Cruise nor Kidman attended. This absence fueled rumors about tensions within the family. Bella later addressed the speculation, stating, "Of course we talk, they're my parents." Despite public doubts, she maintains that her bond with Cruise remains intact. Connor, born in 1995, has also kept a low profile, dabbling in acting and working as a DJ. Known for avoiding the limelight, Connor is occasionally seen alongside Cruise. In 2019, the father-son duo was spotted in London enjoying a helicopter ride, showcasing their shared interests, particularly Cruise's passion for flying, a skill he mastered for his Mission Impossible films. Their moments together suggest a close, albeit private, relationship. Cruise's connection with his youngest daughter, Suri, is markedly different. Following his divorce from Katie Holmes in 2012, Holmes was granted primary custody, and reports suggest that Cruise's involvement in Suri's life has been minimal. While his relationships with Bella and Connor seem steady, his bond with Suri remains a subject of speculation, highlighting the complexities of balancing his Hollywood career, personal beliefs, and family life. Remove the father's surname. Recently, Suri celebrated major milestones, graduating high school and preparing to attend Carnegie Mellon University. While these happy moments marked new chapters, they also underscored a notable absence: her father, Tom Cruise. Reports indicate that the last public sighting of Cruise with Suri was in 2012, when she was still a young child. Sources suggest that Cruise still loves his daughter and hopes to reconnect one day, but for now, their lives remain separate. Adding to the speculation, Suri reportedly used the name Suri Knoll rather than Suri Cruise at her graduation, hinting at a strained relationship with her father. The root of this separation appears tied to Holmes's bold exit from their marriage and the Church of Scientology. Holmes, with the help of her lawyer father, Martin Holmes, orchestrated her departure in total secrecy, cutting ties, changing contact information, and distancing herself from Cruz's world to ensure Suri's safety and freedom. Though Holmes rarely speaks about those turbulent years, her actions and reflections offer insight into her struggles. In an interview, she described the period as intense, adding, "It was a lot of attention, and I had a little child on top of it." While she avoids directly mentioning the divorce or Scientology, the context is unmistakable. Moving to New York City became a turning point for Holmes and Suri. There, she embraced a life of creativity, independence, and growth, proving her resilience. Together, they've built a thriving life far from the shadow of their past, embarking on a new chapter of hope and freedom. Tom Cruise's new love. Following his highly publicized divorce from Katie Holmes, Tom Cruise's love life has been the subject of intense speculation and intrigue. During the filming of Mission: Impossible 7 in 2020, Cruise reportedly began a relationship with British actress Hayley Atwell. The two were frequently seen together in London and Rome, fueling rumors of a blossoming romance. Atwell even accompanied Cruise to the premiere of Top Gun: Maverick, sparking excitement among fans and Hollywood insiders alike. However, their relationship faced ups and downs, with multiple breakups and reconciliations, before ending permanently in 2022. Unlike some of Cruise's past relationships, there was no indication that Scientology played a role in their eventual split. In late 2023, Cruise was rumored to have moved on with Russian model and socialite Elsina Kairova. The pair reportedly met through mutual friends in London, and their relationship quickly gained attention. Cruise and Kairova were described as serious, with Cruise even meeting her children, a significant step that suggested a deepening bond. They were seen attending several high-profile events together, solidifying their status as a couple. However, by mid-2024, the relationship quietly ended, with neither party publicly addressing the reasons for their split. Most recently, in June 2024, Cruise's name was linked to 25-year-old singer-songwriter Victoria Canal after the two were spotted together at the Glastonbury Festival. Their shared appearances at events such as the premiere of Twisters and a Bruce Springsteen concert only added fuel to the rumors. Despite the buzz, Canal dismissed the speculation, calling it ridiculous and emphasizing that Cruise was merely a mentor and a respected friend. Her candid remarks quickly put an end to the dating rumors, though it highlighted Cruise's continued prominence as a figure of fascination in both Hollywood and personal circles. As of now, Tom Cruise appears to be single, focusing on his career and upcoming projects. While his relationships remain a point of public curiosity, Cruise continues to maintain an air of mystery, balancing his blockbuster stardom with the quieter, more personal aspects of his life. Katie Holmes' path to love and independence. Katie Holmes has taken a thoughtful and low-key approach to her love life following her split from Tom Cruise. After a quiet 6-year relationship with Jamie Foxx, the actress shifted her focus to a more relaxed and open lifestyle. In 2020, she briefly dated chef Emilio Vitolo, with the pair frequently spotted enjoying New York City's vibrant atmosphere, from casual outings to romantic dinners. Their 8-month romance brought Holmes into the public eye again as someone who appeared to be relishing her independence and newfound sense of self. After parting ways with Vitolo, Holmes found love with musician Bobby Wooten III, who is a decade younger than her. The couple's chemistry was evident as they shared affectionate moments in public, from leisurely strolls through Central Park to attending film premieres hand in hand. Wooten, a talented artist with a warm presence, complemented Holmes's quieter, more grounded demeanor. This chapter in Holmes's life reflects a deep transformation. She is no longer defined by her past, but by her ability to embrace happiness on her own terms. Her glowing appearances and genuine smiles speak to a woman who has found her stride. blending personal joy with her commitment to raising her daughter, Suri, and continuing to explore her creative passions. Born into the intense glare of Hollywood's spotlight, Suri Cruise has been a subject of public fascination since the moment she arrived. The daughter of megastars Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, Suri was born on April 18, 2006, at St. John's Health Center in Santa Monica, California, a date that was no coincidence. It marked exactly 1 year to the day of Tom and Katie's first romantic date atop the Eiffel Tower in Paris. This poetic timing set the stage for Suri's life, one that would be endlessly chronicled by the media and scrutinized by fans across the globe. As cameras flashed outside the hospital, the world eagerly awaited the first glimpse of Hollywood's newest royalty. As the sole child of Tom Cruise, then 43, and Katie Holmes, then 27, Suri's birth became one of the most anticipated celebrity moments of 2006. At the time, Tom Cruise was riding high on the success of his Mission Impossible 3 film, while Katie Holmes was beloved for her breakout role in Dawson's Creek. The couple, often referred to as Tomcat, dominated headlines, becoming the ultimate Hollywood power couple. From their whirlwind romance to their luxurious engagement at the Eiffel Tower, their love story captivated fans and tabloids alike. Naturally, this obsession extended to their newborn daughter, who, from the moment she was born, became the center of relentless paparazzi attention, especially on the streets of New York City where the family resided. Adding an unexpected twist to Suri's story was her shared birthday with Greer Henshey, daughter of actress Brooke Shields and producer Chris Henshey, who was also born on April 18, 2006, at the same St. John's Health Center. This coincidence was more than just an odd alignment of the stars. It carried deeper significance. Just 3 years earlier, in 2005, Tom Cruise had ignited a media firestorm when he publicly criticized Brooke Shields during an appearance on The Today Show for using antidepressants to cope with postpartum depression after the birth of her first child, Rowan Henshey. As a staunch advocate of Scientology, Tom condemned the use of medication, causing a high-profile feud that made headlines. The fact that Suri and Greer were born on the same day, in the same hospital, added a layer of irony that only Hollywood could script. Do you think the timing of Suri's birth was just a coincidence, or was it all part of Tom and Katie's fairy tale romance? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. From her early days in Los Angeles to her more private life in New York after her parents' dramatic 2012 divorce, Suri's upbringing has been anything but ordinary. As she enters adulthood, all eyes are once again on her, waiting to see how she navigates the legacy of her famous parents and the mysteries that continue to surround her childhood. Psychiatric treatments, especially for postpartum depression, became a controversial topic between Tom Cruise and Brooke Shields in 2005. Tom, as a devout Scientologist, publicly condemned the use of antidepressants, criticizing Brooke Shields for relying on medication after giving birth to her daughter, Rowan. Shields, in turn, defended her choices, sparking a heated public debate that played out in the headlines for months. The media eagerly latched onto this feud, making it one of the biggest celebrity clashes of that year. Yet, in an unexpected turn, the coinciding birth dates of their daughters in 2006 seemed to mark a softening of tensions. Later that same year, Shields even attended Tom and Katie Holmes' star-studded wedding at Odescalchi Castle in Bracciano, Italy, a gesture that suggested time and the shared bond of parenthood had healed old wounds. The choice of the name Suri for their daughter was not made lightly. Tom Cruise announced through a press release that the name carried deep, multicultural significance. In Persian, Suri translates to red rose, symbolizing beauty and love, while in Hebrew it means princess, embodying grace and nobility. This thoughtful selection reflected Tom and Katie's desire to give their daughter a name rich with meaning, reflecting both cultural depth and elegance. The layered meanings of her name symbolize the blend of influences they wish to honor, a fitting tribute to the unique life they envisioned for their only child together. However, Suri is not Tom Cruise's only child. She has two older half-siblings, Isabella Jane Cruise and Connor Anthony Cruise, whom Tom adopted with his second wife, actress Nicole Kidman, during the 1990s. Following Tom and Nicole's high-profile divorce in 2001, Isabella and Connor were primarily raised by Tom and became deeply involved in the Church of Scientology. In contrast, Suri's upbringing was markedly different. Being Tom's biological daughter with his third wife, Katie Holmes, she was raised outside of the church's influence after Katie took full custody following their 2012 divorce. This distinction has seemingly created a rift within the Cruise family, highlighting the diverging paths taken by Tom's children from his different marriages. The differences in religious upbringing between Suri Cruise and her older half-siblings, Isabella and Connor, have long been a source of speculation. As Tom Cruise's children from his marriage to Nicole Kidman, Isabella and Connor were raised within the tight-knit Scientology community, where they remain devoted members. In stark contrast, Suri's life took a very different path after Tom's divorce from Katie Holmes in 2012. Katie, who had distanced herself from the Church of Scientology, gained full custody of Suri, choosing to raise her daughter outside the church's influence. This divergence has reportedly created a significant distance between Suri and her half-siblings, leading to whispers that their relationship is, at best, minimal. A stark contrast to Isabella and Connor's close bonds within their religious circle. Suri's parents, Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, tied the knot in a grand fairy tale-like wedding on November 18, 2006, at the historic Odescalchi Castle in Bracciano, Italy. Overlooking the serene waters of Lake Bracciano near Rome, the opulent castle set the stage for a ceremony that became one of the most talked-about events of the decade. The guest list was a who's who of Hollywood, with stars like David and Victoria Beckham, Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony, and Will and Jada Pinkett Smith in attendance. Even Brooke Shields, who had previously clashed with Tom over his controversial views on psychiatry, made an appearance, signifying a public reconciliation. The medieval castle, with its rich history and breathtaking views, was the perfect backdrop for a wedding that captivated the world. However, behind the lavish spectacle, there was a more practical side to their union. Unknown to many, Tom and Katie had already been legally married in a quiet civil ceremony in Los Angeles just a day prior to their Italian celebration, ensuring that their marriage was recognized under United States law. The extravagant Italian event, though symbolic, fulfilled the couple's desire for a grand religious celebration. For Tom, having the ceremony conducted according to Scientology traditions was non-negotiable, reflecting his deep devotion to the church, which had influenced nearly every aspect of his life since the 1990s. For Katie Holmes, raised in the Catholic faith, this immersion into Scientology was a point of both intrigue and concern, as the world watched to see how this unusual blending of beliefs would unfold in their marriage and family life. What do you think drove Katie Holmes to distance Suri from the Church of Scientology? Was it the best choice for her daughter? Share your opinions below. Reports that Katie Holmes underwent extensive Scientology training before her marriage to Tom Cruise only intensified speculation about the church's influence on their relationship and family dynamics. However, after their dramatic split in 2012, Katie made it her mission to protect Suri from the public eye and the world Tom was deeply entrenched in. Opting for a fresh start, Holmes chose to raise Suri in New York City, immersing her in a culturally rich environment away from Hollywood's relentless spotlight. Katie's focus has always been on providing Suri with a balanced upbringing, allowing her to explore her interests freely while shielding her from the intrusive media frenzy that has surrounded her family since birth. As Suri has grown up, her love for the arts has flourished. Raised in Manhattan's vibrant cultural landscape, she has developed a passion for Broadway shows and dance, often seen attending performances with her mother. Holmes has been diligent in nurturing Suri's creative interests, ensuring she has access to the best opportunities to pursue her passions while keeping her private life well guarded. Unlike many celebrity parents, Katie rarely shares glimpses of their personal lives on social media. When she does, it is typically a nostalgic reflection on special moments or a celebration of milestones, showcasing her desire to maintain a level of privacy amidst the chaos of fame. This careful balance highlights Holmes's determination to offer Suri a sense of normalcy, a feat that has been no small task given the extraordinary circumstances of her childhood. Katie Holmes's unwavering dedication to her daughter has been evident throughout the years. During a heartfelt interview on The Today Show in 2014, Katie spoke about her commitment to Suri's happiness, emphasizing the importance of raising her with love, support, and a sense of normalcy. She candidly expressed, "The most important thing for me is letting her know how proud I am and that her accomplishments mean everything." These words were a testament to Holmes's profound devotion to her daughter, showcasing her resolve to give Suri a childhood filled with encouragement and stability, despite the constant media attention that has followed their every move. For Katie Holmes, motherhood has been a profound journey of growth and self-discovery. In a candid People magazine cover story from November 20th, 2014, Holmes opened up about how becoming a mother had fundamentally transformed her life. She shared, "Motherhood means everything to me. I'm learning every day, and I have been since the minute I became a mom." These heartfelt words revealed the deep bond she shares with Suri and highlighted the lessons she continues to learn as they navigate life together. Being a mother has taught Katie patience, selflessness, and the value of setting a positive example. She strives to instill values like kindness, perseverance, and integrity, not just through her words, but through her actions, both in small, everyday moments and in her larger life decisions. One of the greatest challenges Holmes has faced in raising Suri is the constant public scrutiny. Despite the relentless paparazzi presence, especially in New York City, Katie has managed to create a stable, nurturing environment for her daughter. She has worked diligently to ensure that Suri's childhood remains as normal as possible, filled with typical experiences like attending school, making friends, and exploring hobbies away from the pressures of fame. The close bond between Katie and Suri is evident in their frequent outings around Manhattan, whether they are enjoying a Broadway show or simply taking a walk through Central Park. Their shared love of the arts and their cozy mother-daughter outings are often captured by photographers, revealing a relationship rooted in genuine affection and mutual understanding. However, the shadow of Scientology has loomed large over Suri's upbringing. Tom Cruise's unwavering devotion to the Church of Scientology is well documented, as he has been one of the church's most high-profile members since the 1990s. When Tom and Katie married in a lavish ceremony in Italy in 2006, it was widely assumed that their daughter would be raised within the church's doctrines. Yet, this expectation was turned on its head as the complexities of their relationship unfolded. Katie Holmes, raised in a devout Catholic family in Toledo, Ohio, found herself increasingly at odds with the church's influence over her family life. By 2012, their differences reached a breaking point, leading to a high-stakes divorce that shocked the public. Holmes sought sole custody of Suri, a move seen by many as her way of protecting her daughter from the controversial practices of Scientology. The split was seen as a protective measure to ensure Suri's upbringing would not be dictated by the church. Since then, Katie has remained committed to shielding Suri from the spotlight, allowing her to grow up free from the influence that had once dominated her father's life. If you're finding this story fascinating, give us a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so you're always updated when we post new content. At first, Holmes seemed willing to explore her husband's faith, but as the church's influence over their lives grew, it became increasingly difficult for her to ignore the strain it was placing on their relationship. The clash between Cruz's unwavering commitment to Scientology and Holmes's more traditional upbringing led to heated disagreements, particularly when it came to how they should raise their daughter, Suri. With both parents pulling in opposite directions, the situation reached a breaking point. On June 29, 2012, Katie Holmes shocked the world by filing for divorce from Tom Cruise in New York, abruptly ending their 5.5-year marriage. The news came as a surprise to many, given the united front the couple had often presented in public. However, behind closed doors, insiders revealed that Holmes's decision was driven by growing fears over the church's influence on Suri's life. These concerns had been building for years, but they had reached a tipping point as Holmes worried about Scientology's increasing grip on her daughter's future. One of the most chilling rumors circulating at the time was that Holmes feared Suri would be subjected to intense indoctrination into the church as she grew older, potentially leading to her being separated from her mother. Reports suggested that Holmes had become alarmed by plans she believed the church and Cruise were orchestrating. This included a particularly disturbing rumor that Suri was to be taken aboard Scientology's Sea Org ship, where she would undergo 6 weeks of rigorous religious training. This proposal was something Holmes vehemently opposed and likely solidified her resolve to protect her daughter. Additionally, Holmes was reportedly concerned that the church's influence could become so overpowering that Suri might eventually be cut off from her entirely. These fears prompted Holmes to act swiftly and decisively, filing for sole custody of Suri to ensure her daughter's well-being. Holmes's choice to file for divorce in New York rather than California was seen as a calculated move. Legal analysts noted that New York's courts were more likely to favor her request for sole custody, especially if she could demonstrate concerns about Suri's safety and upbringing. The suddenness and secrecy surrounding the filing suggested that Holmes had meticulously planned her exit, likely out of fear of retaliation or interference from Cruise and the church. By taking this bold step, she was able to secure full custody of Suri, effectively severing the church's influence over her daughter and ensuring that she could raise Suri on her own terms, away from the pressures that had dominated their lives. Katie Holmes's decision to divorce Tom Cruise was not just a spontaneous move. It was a meticulously orchestrated plan to protect herself and her daughter from the far-reaching influence of Scientology. The days leading up to the filing were nothing short of a covert operation. According to insiders, Holmes secretly coordinated her departure, leaning on close family, trusted friends, and legal experts to ensure her and Suri's safety. Her timing was strategic. She filed for divorce on June 29, 2012, while Cruise was in Iceland filming Oblivion, allowing her to gain a legal advantage and avoid an immediate confrontation. This calculated move provided Holmes with the time and space she needed to secure custody of Suri. Perhaps the most shocking aspect of this story is the suggestion that Holmes and her daughter were effectively escaping from the Church of Scientology. Reports indicated that in the days leading up to her divorce, Holmes was being surveilled by members of the church, heightening her already intense concerns for her and Suri's safety. These fears were validated by former Scientologists who revealed tales of intimidation tactics used against those who attempted to leave the church's fold. It is widely believed that Holmes's swift and secretive actions were a desperate attempt to protect herself and Suri from similar reprisals. The speed and secrecy of her divorce filing underscored the urgency of her situation. The aftermath of the divorce was just as dramatic as the filing itself. In a surprisingly quick settlement, finalized just 11 days after Holmes initiated the divorce, she was granted primary custody of Suri, while Tom Cruise retained visitation rights. Reports indicated that Cruise agreed to pay Holmes $400,000 annually in child support until Suri turned 18. Crucially, The settlement reportedly included a stipulation that Suri would not be exposed to Scientology, a significant victory for Holmes in her quest to shield her daughter from the church's influence. Following the divorce, Holmes took deliberate steps to distance herself from Scientology and reconnected with her Catholic faith. She was frequently seen attending St. Francis Xavier Church in New York City, a move that symbolized her return to her spiritual roots and her desire to raise Suri in a faith that resonated with her own values. This renewed connection with her Catholic upbringing marked a new chapter in Katie's life, one focused on raising Suri with the values of kindness, integrity, and independence. For Holmes, the divorce was not just a legal separation, but a statement of her commitment to ensuring a safe and stable environment for her daughter, free from the pressures and control that had once loomed so large over their lives. Do you think Katie's strategy to protect Suri was the right choice? Or do you see it differently? Let's discuss it in the comments. One of the most enduring questions since the highly publicized divorce of Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes has been about the state of Tom's relationship with his daughter, Suri. In the years following their split, speculation has grown over whether their once close bond has frayed, especially given Tom's unwavering devotion to Scientology. The church's strict policies regarding connections with those who leave or criticize its practices have fueled rumors that this might be a factor behind their apparent distance. Although Tom has remained largely silent on the subject, the absence of public appearances with Suri over the years has only intensified speculation. In a striking development, Suri Cruise made headlines at her high school graduation in June 2024 by choosing to go by the name Suri Noel rather than Suri Cruise. This decision appeared to be a significant statement about her desire to distance herself from her father's legacy and instead align more closely with her mother, Katie Holmes. The choice of Noel may carry a deep personal or sentimental meaning for Suri, but its true impact lies in the symbolic message it conveys about her identity. By choosing to publicly use a name that omits any connection to her father, Suri is perhaps signaling her independence and the influence her mother has had in her life. For years, Suri and Katie have built a quiet, private life in New York City, away from the relentless Hollywood spotlight that once surrounded them due to Tom's celebrity status and his affiliation with Scientology. Tom Cruise's absence from Suri's graduation ceremony was unsurprising to those familiar with the complexities of their family dynamic. Over the years, Tom has been notably missing from many key moments in Suri's life, adding to the reports of estrangement between father and daughter. Instead of attending this milestone event, Cruise was seen at a Taylor Swift concert at Wembley Stadium alongside NFL star Travis Kelce. This choice further fueled public curiosity and speculation about the true nature of his relationship with Suri. Despite these signs of distance, Tom has never publicly addressed the rumors, leaving the world to wonder whether the divide between him and Suri is as deep as it seems, or if there is more to the story that remains hidden behind closed doors. Tom Cruise has consistently denied the widespread claims that he has grown distant from his daughter, Suri. In a high-profile defamation lawsuit in 2013, Cruise adamantly rejected accusations that he had abandoned her, insisting that he remained emotionally, physically, and financially involved in her life. He emphasized that they kept in regular contact, frequently speaking over the phone to stay updated on each other's lives. Yet, despite these assurances, questions about the true nature of their relationship continue to linger. The occasional glimpses into their interactions have only fueled speculation about just how much contact they truly maintain today. One of the most revealing signs of Suri's quest for independence came with her unexpected name change. The first public hint of this surfaced when she was credited as Suri Noel on the casting sheet for her high school play, The Addams Family, a new musical, where she played the role of Morticia Addams. This choice was later reaffirmed when she participated in another school production, Head Over Heels, once again opting to be listed as Suri Noel. By consistently using this new name in multiple public settings, Suri has sent a clear message. She is consciously redefining her identity, stepping away from the shadow of her birth name, Suri Cruz. While the reasons behind her decision remain private, it appears to be a deliberate effort to carve out her own path, free from the weight of her father's legacy and the intense scrutiny that has followed her since birth. This shift is not unique to Suri. Recently, two of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's children, Zahara and Vivienne, have opted to use the surname Jolie exclusively, omitting Pitt in public contexts. Even more strikingly, Shiloh Jolie Pitt went a step further by legally requesting to drop the Pitt portion of her surname upon turning 18, now officially going by Shiloh Noel Jolie. These choices indicate a conscious effort among celebrity children to redefine themselves on their own terms, rejecting the public expectations that come with their famous surnames. For Suri, the choice to adopt the name Noel in both formal and informal settings signifies her desire to create an identity that is uniquely her own, independent of her father's influence and the legacy of Hollywood's spotlight. Enjoying this video? Don't forget to hit that like button and share it with friends who are just as curious about Hollywood's biggest mysteries. Suri Cruz's prom night was more than just a typical high school milestone. It offered a rare and intimate glimpse into the life of a young woman who has grown up largely shielded from the relentless public eye thanks to the efforts of her mother, Katie Holmes. The event took place at the elegant Ascent Lounge in Midtown Manhattan, known for its sleek atmosphere and breathtaking views of the city's skyline. Suri attended the prom with her fellow senior, Toby Cohen, and together, they celebrated the end of their high school journey with a night filled with joy and heartfelt memories. Throughout the evening, Suri and Toby were inseparable, their connection apparent as they danced, laughed, and cherished these final moments of high school with their friends. The couple was seen holding each other close, radiating happiness and affection, a sight that touched those in attendance. Toby, who accompanied Suri to the prom, has a passion for music that he often showcases on social media, albeit discreetly since his profiles remain private. Despite this, his talent has not gone unnoticed, particularly on platforms like TikTok and YouTube, where he shares soulful covers of popular songs. Earlier this year, Toby's musical abilities were on full display during his high school recital, where he performed a moving piano piece while singing, a performance that captivated the audience and highlighted his artistic potential. This fall, Toby is set to attend the prestigious Berklee College of Music in Boston, known for shaping the careers of some of the world's most successful musicians. His acceptance into Berklee hints at a promising future in the music industry. Meanwhile, Suri Cruz's college plans have been the subject of widespread speculation. The rumors gained traction when a brief TikTok video surfaced, showing high school seniors proudly displaying their college choices. In the video, Suri was seen wearing a red Carnegie Mellon University sweatshirt, sparking a flurry of conversations about whether she would be heading to the esteemed Pittsburgh institution this fall. Although the video was quickly taken down, it only fueled curiosity about Suri's potential academic path. Known for its rigorous programs in the arts and technology, Carnegie Mellon would be a fitting choice for someone with Suri's artistic interests. Whether she decides to pursue her education there or chart her own unique path, it's clear that, like her mother, Suri is determined to carve out a life on her own terms, away from the pressures of her famous last name. Suri Cruz's decision to enroll at Carnegie Mellon University CMU signals a serious commitment to her education and possibly a budding interest in the arts, a passion that seems to run deep in her family. CMU's School of Drama is one of the nation's top programs, producing a long line of successful actors, directors, and writers. Given Suri's upbringing surrounded by creativity and culture, It would not be surprising if she chose to explore a more artistic path, even if she has yet to decide whether to step fully into the world of entertainment that her parents have long dominated. But Suri isn't the only celebrity child forging a new path. Hollywood is filled with stories of famous offspring stepping out of their parents' shadows. In this ever-changing world of fame, tales of reinvention and hidden truths are everywhere. Just like Suri, even the biggest stars face secrets they can no longer hide. Stay tuned for our next video, where we dive into a shocking revelation from another Hollywood icon.